All right, so far I have been kind of reading off some of the articles on my website, Urban-Abo.com, and reiterating or reminding the mindsets that goes into survival, not wilderness survival, not primitive technology, just survival. Whether you're in an urban setting, country setting, suburban setting, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing as human beings. My third article, I'm going to go into, it's titled Elements of Survival 40, Survival Mindset, right? And I think in this article, I go into a couple of mindsets, right? So when we talk about that, the way I was trained was kind of, and the way I've lived, to be honest, what caused me to be who I am to this day, is living with the earth, digging and becoming one with the earth. Again, I hate to sound like a fortune cookie, but becoming one with the earth. That's really succumbing, just being. That's one of the easiest ways to survive. All right, that means observation. That means learning. That means looking. That means eating what's in season, hunting what's in season. That means not going, you're going with the flow, if you will, of nature. I believe, personally, you don't have to believe this, but I believe that this planet is a living organism. It's an organism. And we, as lofty as we like to think, are a part of this organism. We're part of it. I don't think we created it. I don't think we have dominion over it. I think we're a part of it. So going with the flow, it seems to be the easiest, right? So primitive tech mindset is, yes, it takes work, it takes study. And what we call it is dirt time. It takes time to get in the dirt, get dirty, get your hands dirty, get some blisters, get some calluses, get some dirt under your nails. I believe that's the more sustainable way. So amongst survival mindsets, there is also the modern point of view or mindset, right? And that's, you have the newest and greatest camping gear, REI, every other sports store, whichever exists, you have the cool camping gimmick that's windproof, waterproof, blah, 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 blah. Now, I may sound a bit condescending on that, and I don't mean to. It's just that that's not the space that I really live in, per se. But you have you wind up radios, and flashlights and things like that. So those make it convenient. It's you're basically camping, right? Glamping, right? You have everything that you need outside of the modern world, and there's nothing wrong with it, to be honest, because especially when you get older, there's nothing wrong with having the means to an end in a primitive, if you will, situation. You got your RVs, and your RV's got a pull-up kitchen, and you got your awning, and it's all good. It's so cool. It's great. Again, from my point of view, nothing beats having that primitive, from the ground up knowledge. The other and last mindset would be kind of the militaristic or the military mindset. And from my interactions with a lot of law enforcement and military people, it's kind of based off of, what they are given, and how to utilize their kit, how to utilize what they have in hand. Now, there's escape and evasion experts. Again, that goes into the primitive, that starts to bleed over into the primitive technology, because now you got to know your lay of the land, how to navigate by the stars and the sun, and blah, 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 trees and things like that, plants you need to know, and so on and so forth. That goes into, when you have a 6-week course, 3-month course, you can only get so much in, right? But then there's the military mindset of, I've got what I have on hand, let's make it work. Whether it be primitive, whether it be man-made. And again, those are different mindsets. I believe that they all come from the same source. You still have to be able to know where the root source of your products or your tools or your weaponry are coming. So, again, to recap, the 3 mindsets, right? There's primitive mindset and survival. There's modern mindset and survival, based on what you have at hand and how you can utilize them to make do. And there's the military mindset, right? So what you have on hand and how to get the most out of what you have on hand. Again, these are articles that you can find on my website, theurbanabel.com. And, again, feel free. I do monitor my comments on this site. I always have. But feel free to, if I miss something or if there's something you want to add, feel free, because then we can have that conversation. And I'm not the end all that be all. Trust me, I'm not. I know nothing in comparison to many people that I know, many people that I've been taught by, and many things that just nature and life in general. I know nothing. Yet I'm still learning. And what I'm learning, I want to share. So again, like, subscribe,